All right, so episode 11, we've got Damian Rossiter from Gadget, Signs and Murals. Do you want to give a quick 30-second rundown about what you do and who you are?
Yeah, mate. I'm Damian Gadget Rossiter. Started my own signwriting business nearly 2 years ago now, after being in the trade for 15 years and painting murals for 25 years.
Has it been 2 years now?
Yeah, in August.
Does it feel like 2 years or does it feel like 6 months?
Yeah, it feels like.
Or does it feel like 10 years?
Yeah, I've done probably 10 years worth of work in 2 years, but it feels short and long at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like having kids once they're grown up. Feels like it didn't take very long, and when they're young, it feels like it goes forever.
Yeah. So first question off the bat, how did Gadget come about?
Oh, it's a football nickname.
Yeah.
Used to be reasonably fit and just had quick reflexes, and my coach decided to call me Gadget one night at training, so it's stuck. I think I was 17 when I got it.
Was it because of like the movie Go Go Gadget and that, or?
Yeah, the cartoon. Yeah, Go Go Gadget Arms.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then ever since then it just stuck with you?
Yep.
And then was that here in Tassie?
Yeah, that was at Natone, up at Natone Footy Club.
Yeah.
Colin Ruffles gave me the nickname.
So you're not from here originally, are you?
No, I was born in Queenstown.
Oh, like here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lived there till I was about 7, and then we moved to South Australia.
Yeah. And then how old was you when you moved back?
I think I was 16.
Yeah,
Or
right.
17.
Yep.
Yep.
Did you like coming back, or you would have had like a whole life over there again, would you?
Yeah, I preferred to be back here.
Yeah.
It's pretty rough over there. We lived in like basically Shorewell of Adelaide. So there was some interesting moments up there.
Yeah. So why when did you find out that you was good at like art and that?
I always, just primary school, was good at drawing. High school,
Was you going to always make it a career?
yeah, I wanted to, because I don't like maths or science or anything like that. So I was just hoping to just draw stuff and make money out of it.
So straight out of grade 10, what did you do?
Went and worked, got a job with my stepdad installing ducted air conditioners in South Australia.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Oh, so you went back over there.
that was just before we left to come back here.
Yeah.
So I quit grade 10 early.
Yeah.
And then went and installed ducted air conditioners for 6 months in Adelaide summer, crawling around in people's roofs, sweating my guts out.
Hardest job.
Yeah, it was terrible.
So when did you start getting paid to be like an artist and doing what you wanted to do? How did that come about? Did you go straight into like a signwriting apprenticeship, or?
No, I sort of wasted a few years actually after year 10 and didn't really want to work for a while. And then I went and did a TAFE course in Burnie.
Yeah.
We just did painting and drawing, and did that for 8 years. It was a 4-year sort of thing. And then, just did my first mural for free. And then people saw that and wanted me to keep doing them.
Well, was that like a graffiti one?
No, it was paintbrushes.
Yeah.
Yep, down at the Burnie brass band rooms that are actually getting pulled down right now, and the mural's still in there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then the second one I did was up at the top of the town, hotel, motel.
Yeah. And was the second one paid?
The second one was paid.
Yeah.
I didn't charge enough, but it was some money, which was better than nothing.
So did they come to you and be like, hey, how much for a mural?
Yep.
And then at that point were you like, fuck, I could get paid for this?
Yeah, and I've gone, what about if I reckon $20 an hour sounds pretty good.
And they were like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
We'll give you 25 and free piss or something.
Yeah, that's right. I worked there for pretty much a week, and I reckon I only made $600.
And was you like, so your next mural, did you charge more, or was it still about that? Because back then you were like, fuck yeah, $600 to just paint.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I sort of kept it low for a long time.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I sort of got I wasn't until I went to the Mural Fest actually and realised how much people would actually pay
Charge.
for a mural.
So is it harder painting for someone rather than painting for yourself? Like, is it hard for, say, me to come to you, like, for example, with the truck, to say, look, I want this?
No, it's better because people tell me what they want, and then we sort of create something.
So you can still kind of put a bit of a spin on it.
Yep.
To make it fun for yourself. Is it still fun?
Yeah, starting and finishing's fun. The middle bit is not as much fun. It slows down. Like, you start fast. And
yeah, you would. You get like the main outline down.
Yep, and that's good.
Yeah.
And then you spend the next 70% of the time
texturizing and shit.
Yeah, just going over the same bits over and over again.
Yeah. I suppose so. I remember with the truck, I think the first day, it was like, fuck, you're nearly done.
Yep.
And then the next 2 days, it's like, fuck, did you even show up? And then the third day, I was like, fuck, that looks sick.
Yep.
I suppose because the first day you got like the outline done and then the bulk colour. So that's what makes it look like a lot done.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and then it's all the fiddly shit after that. That's like
the details.
Yeah. So you still enjoy doing murals and that then?
Yeah, I now that I've gotten back into spray can murals.
Yeah.
It's just we can get them done twice as quick.
Yeah.
Whereas if you spend a week on a paintbrush, it hurts.
It'd fuck your wrist and shit, wouldn't it?
And shoulders and knees, because there's always some of it's on the ground.
What about like vinyl work? Like I've always wondered if like as an artist sticking on like vinyls, do you feel a bit like fuck? Why am I doing this? Where like a mural's more like this is fun. Like is vinyl work like the job you do to pay the bills, and murals like fun or?
Yeah, well, I guess I'd missed out on. There was a stage where all signs were hand painted, which would have been cool. But I came into it too late, where everything was vinyl cut or digital printed. Digital printing had just started, so I've sort of had to learn how to design things.
So did you get into it thinking that you'd just paint and graffiti and all that?
Yeah, I was hoping there'd be more painting when I started, and there was a little bit.
Yeah,
but it died pretty quick.
Is that just like a cost thing, or
Yep.
you need less talent to do it as well, I suppose?
Yeah, and it's quicker to just send it to the cutter or print it and stick it on.
What's the life expectancy difference between painted and vinyl?
Well, murals painted were like with an exterior acrylic will last for a minimum of like 10 years.
Did you do the Mitre 10 one?
No.
That looks pretty cool, and that's lasted ages.
It's been there for like 30 years.
Me and my missus were talking about it the other day, and we was like, do you reckon they'll ever get rid of it, or do you reckon it will just stay there until they knock the building down?
Yeah, they wouldn't. I don't think they'll ever paint over it.
Or do you reckon they'll just give it a facelift or something? Because some bits are looking a bit ratty.
Yeah, so some colours fade quicker than others, and because it faces south.
Yeah, I was surprised that they left it there, to be honest.
Yep.
But yeah, it does look pretty cool.
Yeah, the van, there's a Signwriter van on it, and it's signs like this. So that's who did it.
Are they still a thing?
Oh, and I can't remember the guy's name now, but
so they were local.
they were locals.
Yeah, yeah. So were you in the game when that got done, or not really? No.
That was done before I started, so that's at least 15 years.
So going back to when you started doing murals, were you just doing like a mural here and there, and that was like, was you doing your TAFE as well with that, or was that your main income, or was it a bit of a side hustle?
Still stayed at TAFE, and actually picked up full-time work at the Burnie PCYC, where we painted a mural, lots of murals with kids, and we'd get kids on work orders get dropped off there.
Yeah.
And so they'd stay with us for a day or weeks, and we'd paint what was at one stage the world's biggest indoor mural.
Oh, so what? Just on the floor or something, was it?
It went all through the building, and it was because it was continuous. That's what made it the world's largest, and we got in the Guinness Book of Records.
Oh, so you were like painting over it again, was that like being continuous, or?
No, I mean like it goes down the passage and through toilets and.
Oh, so like always the same design.
Yeah, it was like a sort of a Tasmanian forest type scene with animals and fishermen and heaps of stuff.
So was that like government funded?
Yeah, well, it was funded by Department of Corrections.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, like say youth corrections.
And were they contributing when they come, or were they just kind of watching you work?
Oh yeah, the kids did a good chunk of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you reckon they'll do it nowadays? Like kids today? Or you reckon they'll just sit back on their phone and be like, look at this way, you're fucking painting?
Yeah, well, we had the guy from Jeff Taylor from PCYC he was an army man.
So he was making them kind of.
Yeah, and I think they were a little bit scared of him.
Yeah,
like,
right.
So I was sort of the good guy and he was the bad guy. Sort of thing.
So, hey, don't worry about him, mate. Fucking, he's been a bit hard.
Yeah, that's it.
So after that, when did you transition? What was your next one after that? If
About
you can
then is
remember.
when I sort of went up to did a couple of Sheffield mural fests.
Yeah.
And that sort of kicked me off a fair bit.
So were you going down there to promote yourself kind of thing?
Yeah, I'd head up to Sheffield to try and get to paint in that and try and get more jobs out of it.
So you were kind of self-employed back then as well?
Yeah, with a little bit of help from the government.
Yeah, right. So at what point so when you got a job in this industry,
Yep.
did someone see your murals and be like, hey man, why don't you come and do them for me?
No, I was still working for Youth Justice with kids who'd come in and my little brother actually got cancer and died. And I just felt I couldn't really fucking go in and put up with them carrying on that, what a hard life they've got.
Yeah.
And, this young fella's just...
They might not have it.
Yeah, he wanted to live and died, and these people come in, oh, life sucks, and Mum won't let me borrow the car.
Even though I don't have my license. Yeah. What a bitch.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
So I'm like, I've had enough of these kids. Then I went around and just put my resume into all the sign shops around and ended up getting a job with Mick Saltmarsh.
So what did it say on your resume? Like, was it like, fuck, I can paint a good mural?
Yeah, pretty much. That's it. That's what it was.
Did you have like photos of your murals attached?
Yep.
And do you reckon that's what got you in the door?
I think so. And like all the guys that worked there, I played footy with or against, and we all sort of knew each other.
Yeah.
So I think they got on to the boss and like, let's get this bloke in, we'll have some fun.
So what was your first job there? Like what was your job description? Well, like, did they get you painting murals straight up or hand painted signs?
Just started off as an adult apprentice and just did like shit kicking, swept floors, weeded most of the time, which is where you pull out the bits of vinyl you don't want and chuck it in the bin.
Yeah, all the fun stuff.
So everyone would go to the cutter, they'd cut their colours and they'd give it to me and I'd peel it.
How long ago was this?
That was like, I think it's 15 years since I started sign writing.
What was vinyl like back then? Like, did they have easy weed in that back then, or was it a cunt to weed?
That was the same sort of
Same stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, right. And then, did you have to learn the technology side of it?
Yep. Yeah, I didn't know anything. I hate computers.
Do you still hate them?
Yeah, I don't love them.
Yeah.
I can use them slightly.
Have you noticed a lot of the sign writers just want to go on the computer and cut signs and that's it?
Yeah, it will. And that's all you have to do.
Because I've done most of my signs myself.
Yep.
And that was the easy bit, like designing them on the computer, cutting them. And then I fucking hated weeding them. But the one thing I hated was applying them.
Yeah, right.
Because I was only getting like cheap eBay fucking vinyl.
Yep.
And then like the first sign I done was 3.6 meters by 1.2 meters. And I cut it in one piece, but it was two colours.
Yeah, right.
And then I read up and YouTubed all about these like marker points and shit like that. I was like, fuck that. So I just done it with like a whiteboard marker and a fucking texture, I think. But like I couldn't for the life of me not get a crease.
Yeah.
And it was like it was cutting with a crease.
Okay.
I don't know, like, yeah, I'd try everything to put it on water, and then I found out the easiest way was like dry apply it. Like, don't use any water because then it fucking stuck. But yeah, I fucking hated it after that. But like, it was like, being a small business, I wanted to save as much money as I could, and that was probably the cheapest way to do it.
Yeah, well, we used to use like real sticky vinyls for everything.
Yeah.
Which so we'd have to try and do half wraps with vinyl that you shouldn't do half wraps with, basically, and dry apply, like I said. And you get bubbles, you had to pop them.
What did you do? Just fucking needle and
Yeah. Oh, we just Stanley knife, pop the bubbles.
yeah.
But I mean, you wouldn't do the things that we used to do back then. Now, it's
Well,
just
now
a
they've
waste
got
of
like
time.
air release and that as well, don't they? Or did they have that back then too? It was just too expensive.
Yeah, they had it. Yeah, that's right. They had it back then, but your boss doesn't want to spend extra money to make your job easier.
And getting a whole roll of a colour that they only need a metre of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
right.
is. But I mean, you do it that way. You buy the better materials to save yourself time. Is what I've found. If you can save time, it ends up costing you less, and you end up with a better job.
Especially being like a small business, like you want minimal employees. So if you could like spend a little bit more on the material to save you having to put another staff member on, then it's worth the cost.
Yep.
So you've got an employee now, don't you?
Yeah.
How are you finding that?
Yeah, it's good.
Is that your first employee, or have you
Yes.
had employees before?
It's my first. I trialed my daughter for a week. She got very bored and very easily, and didn't come back one day, and that's when I realised that she wasn't working for me anymore.
So is she artistic as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she hasn't really followed it up.
Did she? So was it your idea or her idea to give her a job, or a bit of both?
Yeah, mine.
Yeah.
Yep.
And did you talk it up to her so she thought it was a good idea?
Yeah.
And then she came in this shed and was like, "This isn't anything that you told me it was going to be."
No, well, she wanted to finish her job and then for me to say, righto, you can go now, have the rest of the day off.
Yeah.
But she'd finish that and I'd find something else for her to do, and
Yeah.
they kept on going, and she didn't like that idea.
Yeah. So then that just left yourself doing all the everything, the weeding, the sweeping,
Yeah.
the
yeah.
quotes.
Yeah.
What have you found, like being self-employed, what have you found the easiest and what have you found the hardest? Or what's something that's like surprised you that you didn't think would even be there?
Yeah, right. The easiest thing I've found is getting up to go to work.
Just walk down the road?
Yeah, and not have to go, geez, I hate going to work for that bloke.
Yeah.
Whereas now I am that bloke.
Yeah, yeah.
Hard things I've found are just keeping up with invoices and remembering which ones you've paid and which ones you haven't. I've paid a few invoices twice.
Have you picked that up or have they?
No, they do. Yeah, and they've let me know and said, look, mate, you're in credit now.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what? What did I do that for?
Like, yeah, I meant to do that. So mainly like the bookwork side of things, you've found it harder.
Yeah, I'm not very good at paperwork.
Did you think it was going to be as big of a job when you were going into self-employment than it was?
Yeah, the paperwork's way more than I thought.
It
would be.
piles up real fucking quick, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Especially like receipts and linking transactions and shit like that.
Yep. Yeah, I leave the receipts. I just get them and stack them. When I first got the accountant on, because we was doing, well, or not doing it ourselves.
Yeah.
She came in and she's going like, so where's all your, what have you spent this year?
Here you go.
Right. And it was actually a massive just stack, and she didn't like it very much. Now she's, it's a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because we're using like Xero, and that seems to work okay.
Yeah. So first up, you wasn't using Xero?
No, wasn't using anything.
Yeah. You're like, fuck, I'll worry about that later.
Yep.
Yeah, right. How far was it before you thought this is getting a problem?
Yeah, probably 5 months.
Fuck, so you had 5 months of receipts to give her.
Yep.
Yeah, right. So she probably spent fucking 5 weeks getting you back up to scratch.
Yeah, it took a little while. That's what they get paid for now, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose. But they act like it's not, isn't it? It's like I literally came and seen you because I have this big fucking tub of receipts.
And I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's like, why are you complaining? If I didn't have this big fucking tub, I wouldn't have been here. So going from working for someone else to self-employed, would you do it again if you had the chance?
Yeah, definitely.
Wouldn't look back?
No.
Are there some days that you're like, fuck, I wish I could just go and clock in and clock out?
Oh, yeah, well, yes. When you're thinking about, it'd be nice to have a holiday or
Yeah.
like a full weekend
Yeah,
off or something.
yeah. What's your longest streak of days off since you've been self-employed?
3 days.
3 days. It's hard to get. Is that now you got an employee? It'll be even less because if you have a day off, you've got to pay for them to have a day off too.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. There's still more work to be done now. I thought there'd be less, but there's actually more.
Yeah, right. And is that like an increase of work?
Yeah, we're getting more. We're definitely getting more jobs.
Yeah.
But also, like, I sort of have to make sure that we've got jobs for him to do when he turns up, and because he's 100% making,
Yeah, right.
they go back out the door twice or 3 times as fast.
So you've got to plan ahead a lot.
Yep.
A lot quicker. Yep. Did you see that coming?
No, I didn't really think about it like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a good thing because there's jobs in, jobs out.
Yeah.
It's just.
Have you worked out now you've got an employee as well, you have to turn out so many more jobs just to cover them?
Oh, well, yeah, I guess you do. I haven't really noticed that.
Yeah.
We're still behind. We haven't actually fully caught up on anything. When he first came, I was like, 2 or 3 months behind. So now we're back to being about a week behind.
Yeah.
But still, more. I think I've got 4 jobs today.
Yeah.
So it just keeps on coming, which is good.
So has that also made like more jobs for you because you need to do more marketing, more paperwork, and more communication with the customers and stuff like that?
Yeah. So I've still got no time to do.
Have you got at least a little bit less time, a little bit more time, or?
Well, I have been finishing like at about 6 o'clock, which is nice.
Yeah.
So whereas before Matt came, I'd started about 8:30 then. Now we're doing 7 o'clock starts.
Yeah.
But I'd be 8:30 till 9 o'clock. Some 6 nights a week.
So why do you? I'm not a morning person, so like, do you choose to start at 7 or do you have to start at 7?
Well, we decided that. So for Matt, he does a 4-day week. He'll do 4 10-hour days.
Yeah.
So he has Mondays off, which lets me try and organise his week.
Yeah. Right.
So I've pretty much spent all Mondays trying to approve jobs. And set up the rest of the week. So it works out well that way.
So Monday's like your quote and invoice day kind of thing.
Yep.
To try and book you out for the next week kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I suppose that's the worst thing about that is you'd get a lot more done in 4 days than you would 5 days.
Yeah.
Because I've worked out employees waste a lot of time at clock on and clock off. Yeah, right. So if you've got him for an extra 2 hours a day, focused already set up, he's probably doing like 3.5, 4 hours work in that extra 2 hours because, I don't know, when you as an employee, like you come in, you get a coffee, you chat to a couple of people, you open your toolbox, set up your tools and shit. And then, like, say, for example, you knock off for 4, you fucking start packing up at like 20 past 3.
Yeah.
But now you've extended the days, I suppose that's easier.
Yeah. And we'll come to the end of the day sometimes, half an hour left, and we've got to go, what do we do? Oh, don't know. Let's have a game of table tennis. Let's have a beer.
Yeah. That's kind of like building up a good work culture as well.
Yep.
So was you mates with him or you've only like worked with him before?
We've only really been workmates, but we got along pretty well.
Yeah.
Yep.
And is it hard to draw like the work-mate relationship now that he's an employee?
Yeah, sometimes it feels a little bit different. And I guess he's said the same too, that every now and then he has to remember that I'm his boss and he's got to draw a line to how much shit he can hang on me before he feels like he could be getting into trouble.
Yeah, I suppose it's not too bad now. It's just you and him. But if you got a unrelated second employee and old mate's here calling you a cunt and shit, he'd be like, obviously we can call the boss a cunt. And then you're like, hey, you can't fucking call me a cunt, mate. How did you find like that mix and like, Is that hard or not at this stage?
No, I mean we just it's just like we're mates still at the moment. It's still early days.
Yeah.
So we just and what I enjoy it because I got so bored during the day working by myself. 10, 12, 15-hour days.
Yeah.
With like just being the only person there.
Do you find you get more done now that you've got an employee there as well? Because it's like, fuck, he's got that much done. I got to do more than him. I suppose that's a good thing and a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because now you've sped up your productivity, and so you've spread up your output. Now you need to bring up your input, kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. And we've like instead of going and mowing the lawns, we'll build some shelves and organise the workshop a bit more.
Yeah, right.
Because when he wasn't there, it'd be like, yeah, all right, I'll go and mow the lawns, do some whippersnippering or spray the weeds.
Yeah.
Whereas you sort of can't really do that now.
Well, I suppose that you could, but he'd need to know what he's doing as well. So with your marketing, like obviously you can make your own promotional shit and that. What do you do like marketing wise with the business?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Just Facebook, and I sponsor the Somerset Cricket Club, Somerset Soccer Club, Natone Footy Club, and now I sponsor the Devonport Bowling, 10-pin bowling. So that's the only marketing I've ever done.
Yeah. What do you reckon the most effective one is for your business?
It's just
just word of mouth.
Yeah, I guess it's word of mouth, which is like the Facebook. Facebook, almost 99% of my jobs come through inboxes in Facebook.
Yeah.
And that's just because, I do something for someone and they say, like, he's done a good job, he's well priced, and it just flows from there.
Do you find it hard keeping up with the Facebook? Like, as you said, you hate computers and that. Do you find it hard? Like, are you like, fuck, I haven't put up a post for like a week, I better put one up?
No, I'm reasonably good
Consistent.
at Facebook.
Yeah.
So, I've had a few pages before.
Yeah.
And as long as you're doing good work, you want to show people.
Yeah, especially like in what you do, like with your murals and that, because like nearly every single one of them would be like a one of a kind, wouldn't they?
Yeah, well, that's right. Yep.
Where your vinyl cuts kind of same shit, different colour.
Yeah. And some jobs you do, you go, oh, I can't really post it on Facebook because it's pretty boring.
Yeah.
Whereas every time, you can't do that with any mural. Every time you do a mural, it's you post it.
Because it's like, have you ever done a boring mural?
I've done bad murals.
Yeah, but have you done a boring mural?
I'm not sure.
So when you say bad murals, was that like a bad design, or like you think now that you've done a bad job of it, or?
Yeah, what I think is a bad job, which is most of my murals I don't like.
Yeah, right.
Until then I'll come back, 3 or 4 years later and go, oh, that's pretty good. But at the time, I finish it going, it's not finished. I hate it. I hate that bit. I hate that bit. And go, but I've been here, 2 days longer than I should have.
Yeah. Is it you striving for like perfection kind of thing? Like you're like, fuck, that's got too much overspray on it and that. But like literally for the untrained eye, it's like, fuck yeah, that's wicked.
Yep. Yeah, because they're always they start off being perfect, and every time you touch them, they start going a little bit shit. And
I suppose, because you could see where you've touched them.
Yep. And like in your head, you know what you want it to look like, and you never get to that.
But it'd always look better in your head, wouldn't it? So what's the worst mural that you've done? Or the most?
Yeah, it would have been one of the early ones. Probably the one that I did at the top of the town. And they had a new restaurant up there. And
so is that like your second one?
Yeah. And
what did they get done?
It was supposed to be like a, Tuscany type scene and just like it was on a fair size wall. It was probably 20 metres long.
Yeah, right.
And I did a lot of it with like little rollers, and just the technique wasn't great.
So was that aerosol or rollers?
No, just all, paint, acrylic with rollers and paintbrushes.
So when did you get into aerosols?
Probably would have been about 15. In Adelaide, just spray painting trains.
So as like a business side though,
Oh yeah,
like was that your idea, or someone came to you and be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, can you do
a
this?"
mate that I was mates with in grade 10, and then it must have been probably 10 years ago, nearly. He said, "Oh, I want a Batman themed mural in my kid's bedroom with spray cans. You like I know you used to spray paint when you was younger. Can you do it?" And so I've just gone, "Yeah, why not?
I'll give it a crack.
What's the worst that can happen?"
And so once you'd done it, were you like, "Fuck, this actually looks pretty good"?
Yeah, look, it actually turned out pretty well.
Because say for example, back when you was in Adelaide, you wouldn't have been. Was you spray painting like fucking masterpieces, or what? What was you just?
I didn't do much tagging. We and everyone that we used to hang about with they tag everything and anything.
Why do people tag? What's the trend?
It's so your mates can see your name up, and some people get round with like little black books where they'll take photos or count how many times they've seen your tag.
Yeah, right.
It's like a little competition.
Yeah, right. To say, so do people paint over people's tags?
Yeah.
And is that on purpose or?
Yeah, well, I think it just doesn't matter if theirs is there. You want yours theirs as well.
Yeah.
Because I was more interested in like sneaking out of a night and taking a whole heap of colours and setting up somewhere and sitting there for 3 hours painting something cool.
Like street art.
Yeah, still just words, but like full infills and outlines and backdrops.
So how did you come across what words you'd pick?
You just pick letters that you like the look of and you try and join them together somehow.
Yeah, right. So are you kind of like making your own font in your head?
Yeah, I guess so.
And then you kind of got to be like, hey, I need these letters in this word.
Yeah.
So what's the weirdest word that you've just done a tag of?
Well, I used to write Nike.
Nike.
And then I'd do little Michael Jordans.
Yeah, right. Well, so did you do Nike to do the Michael Jordan?
Maybe. I'm not 100% sure why I picked that and I used to spell it wrong. So
How did you spell it?
It would be the NYK or NYC.
They might have thought that you done it on purpose.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah, I did spell it on purpose.
Yeah, right.
But even it was never really great.
So you're not going around like spray painting like encyclopedia and that on. It's always like usually culture kind of
like
thing.
Usually most tags would be 4 letters.
Yeah.
As a basic one, and in those days they used to always try and have an E on the end for some reason.
Yeah, right.
And or they'd be whatever they are, and then 1. Everyone used to write 1 on the end of it for a long time.
So what made you get into graffiti?
Just where we lived in Adelaide.
Heaps.
It was just what the kids did.
Is it hard? It looks hard.
Um,
So starting out, was you just like a bit naive and just going down to your local fucking shop and buying spray paint?
Yeah.
Just straight off it, and you're like, how the fuck do you get these fine lines and shit?
Yeah, with the wrong sort of caps and everything.
So did anyone show you, or because back then there wouldn't have been like fucking YouTube and shit like that, would there?
No, well, we always just used to use like hardware bought spray paint in Adelaide.
Yeah.
And we'd make it work because like you'd spray like your little line, so you'd either turn it sideways, go that way or that way.
Yeah, yeah.
So you'd figure out how to get a thin line, whether you turn it or you just turn the can. But then it wasn't until I was at the PCYC doing murals with the kids, which are hand paint murals, and the council got all them kids down here from, I don't know where they came from, mainland somewhere, and they were doing graffiti pieces all over Burnie, which is still some at the skate park now. And they are good graffiti artists, and that's when I found out about getting the proper cans and the proper caps.
So your first mural you're done with the proper cans and caps, you're like, what the fuck? Like, this is easy.
Yeah, it was easier, definitely.
So do you think you're a better artist doing it the old ghetto style now having the proper tools to do it properly?
I'd like to be better, but
How do you get better though?
just practice.
But like, for example, what define better in a graffiti artist? Like, is it straighter lines with less overspray or?
Yeah, definitely like clearer, and not having to go back over, but sharp edges on wherever you want them.
Wouldn't that ruin it though? Like, isn't it like the trend of graffiti is it's a bit rough?
Yeah, I mean, and they're always going to be a little bit rough.
Have you ever seen like a mural that you're like, fuck, this isn't a mural. Like this is hand painted and it was graffiti?
Yeah, like I mean, there are a fair few out there, especially when you like go to Melbourne and that, and you have a look at them. Like their can control is really.
Do you reckon
good.
it's just because they're like tagging everything? So they're probably like tagging every day, and
Yeah, I guess
so
they
much
do it. They
on
would do it every day for sure,
Yeah, right.
and probably been doing it every day for 20 years.
So your Batman mural,
Yep.
was that the first mural that you've done with a spray can?
Yeah, definitely.
So before that, you were just doing words and shit.
Words, yeah.
So how did you tackle it? Like, did you treat it like like a paintbrush job, but you've just used cans?
Yeah, it's pretty much. You did use still use a spray can to draw it.
Yeah.
And then
Did you have like your proper cans and caps then?
Yeah, that's when
Yeah, right.
that's when I decided to actually order them in.
Yeah.
And get the right stuff.
Did you take a picture of that?
Yeah.
Do you still have the picture?
Yeah, I've still got it.
You should have put that up on your Facebook page and been like, this is number one graffiti mural.
Yeah, should have.
And so was that word of mouth from that mural?
That got me the next ones.
Yeah. Or did you have a bit of a spell between graffiti and gone?
Yeah, no, there's definitely a bit of a break.
Yeah.
And then it became a thing because it was on like the block. People graffitied in when they were doing up houses on the block.
Yeah, right.
And then somebody's contacted me, another mate.
I remember there was a trend. I can't remember how old I was, but it was getting your kid's name graffitied on their bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
Like, whoa.
Yeah, I've done heaps of those.
Is it hard graffitiing in someone's house?
It's smelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about like your overspray?
Yeah.
You just have to wrap everything.
It usually dries before it hits the ground.
So it vacuums.
It's dust, yeah.
Yeah, right.
But there's little splatters and paint here and there. But I guess, like you said, that's part of graffiti. And that's what I say. That graffitis aren't tidy.
So do you get paid more to do a mural than you do vinyl? Or say for example, when you were working for someone else, getting an hourly rate as a sign writer, did they pay you more to do a graffiti mural because you were like it's a talent, like it's...
Oh, when I did murals at work for my old bosses, they would pay me the same.
Yeah, right.
And they would take murals on because now that Gadget works here, they could all of a sudden paint murals.
Yeah.
Which I thought wasn't very fair.
No, you think you should get more when you're doing mural work.
Yeah. I did a couple of murals as an apprentice. So I was doing murals for, I think I was getting $9 an hour.
So you're getting like $300 for a mural and they were charging out like $3,000.
Yeah, who knows what they charge out. But yeah.
Yeah, all right.
But I didn't mind because, I'm going to work painting murals.
I suppose you kind of turn it into your own boss when you're doing murals, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because no one else knows what you're doing.
Or how long it takes.
Yeah.
Either. So you can be there. If they allow 3 days, you just be there 5.
Yeah, and I suppose if they're like, yo, you've been here 5 days, well, you fucking do it then.
Yeah, pretty much.
See how you go. What do you reckon's harder? Like, say, for example, someone was just starting out.
Yep.
What do you reckon's harder to learn? Murals or vinyl?
Murals.
Yep. And do you reckon it's a skill, like that you can learn, or it's a talent?
You can learn it. I've helped lots of people become better artists. They probably already had a passion for it to begin with.
They just didn't know how to do it.
Yeah, there's techniques. Same as anything.
So are you going to teach your employee how to do murals, or just keep him?
Keep him in the dark.
Otherwise he'll become your competition.
Yeah.
So what do you prefer doing?
I like a mixture. I like
Bit of both.
Yeah, I like kept doing a good, like a vehicle wrap and looking at it, seeing it drive down the road. and then
always seeing it.
always seen it.
Like when it drives by, yeah, I'll wrap that.
Yeah.
Have you done a mural on a car yet?
Your truck?
Other than its truck? Like an actual, like, like the Wicked vans and that?
Yeah, no.
Would that be something that you'd be interested in doing?
Yeah, it'd be cool. I think it'd be harder than it looks, but because they do it, they're awesome, aren't they? How good are they?
I don't know, like some of them are real fucking ghetto and they're
Yeah.
like, that doesn't look cool. But some are like, fuck yeah, that's good.
And they're funny. Most of them that I've seen.
Oh,
You have a good laugh at them.
have you seen how they like had to sell a lot of them? They because of wicked campers, Australian government specifically brought in a rule because they were too
Out there,
raunchy
yeah.
and that. But I thought most of them were in good taste.
Yeah, some weren't. But
Yeah. So, other than my truck, have you done any other like vehicles in that?
Not with spray cans, no.
What would you rather do? Would you rather wrap a car or spray a car? Or it depends on the design.
Yeah, well, doing full wraps on cars is hard.
Yeah.
And it's not a lot of fun. So probably spray paint one.
There's people on the mainland that do wrapping as a full-time business, aren't
Yeah.
there? Is there anyone over here that does it, like full-time?
I think there was a couple, but not many. Not just full-time wrappers.
Because it wouldn't be in high demand over here, are they?
No.
Because they mainly wrap like high-end cars to protect the paint and shit like that.
Yep. And then, like, they don't last, like, forever.
They're like 4 years or something, aren't they?
Yeah, well, most finals, like your bonnet and your roof, they'll only guarantee down here for, like, 1 or 2 years.
Yeah, right.
Just because it gets so much UV.
And it's not cheap, is it? Like, it's probably cheaper to spray it.
No, it's still cheaper to wrap, probably about half the price
Yeah,
of a good
right.
spray job.
Yeah, right.
But like a decent spray job will last for how long? Will that last for 15 years or more?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And then it just fades, give it a buff, and she's good to go again.
But it depends, I suppose, if you want to keep changing the colour of your car.
Yeah, that's a thing too.
Yeah, I wrapped that little Tirana, and that's cool. And I think I'll change it again once it starts to go a bit funny.
Do you reckon it's going to be harder to unwrap than it was to wrap?
I think just because the paint under that wasn't amazing, it's going to peel a fair bit of it off.
So when you go to re-wrap, will you have to respray?
I'll just, like do a bit of wet and dry and some primer and just some sort of top coat.
So you've got it purple at the moment, yeah?
Yep.
What colour would you go next?
Still has to be purple, but just that maybe.
Why does it
couple other
have to
ones.
be purple?
Well, that one's a tribute to me mum, and she loved purple.
Ah, right. So you wouldn't like wrap it Gadgets kind of thing for a fucking year or something like that?
Yeah, well, it still has to be purple. You could do that.
Yeah, you go. Can you print wrap?
Yeah.
So I suppose you could do it purple with Gadget logos all over it. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
It'd
I don't
stand
think
out.
it would suit it.
It wouldn't suit it long term,
No.
but it would stand out, especially if you took like a car meet or something. But who the fuck's his Gadget?
You'd have to lower it too and put fatter wheels on it.
So it looks like your truck a bit that you
Yeah.
painted on your
Yeah.
garage.
Bit more like a race car.
Yeah. So you wrapped your ute and then you wrapped an identical twin to it.
Yeah, well, my ute was black. And
Oh, it was
that was a
painted black.
ute,
Yeah, right.
So I just put pieces on it.
So your new ute, that was white.
That was white, yeah.
Is that wrapped black or you painted it black?
That's a full printed wrap.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
yeah, it's a white underneath.
And you've got all the equipment to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just run a 1600 wide printer and print it on good vinyl, laminate it, and spend 2 days.
So that's printed black.
Printed black with Gadgets already on it, and then you just, like you print the side, stick the side on.
So how long does printed vinyl last?
Yeah, it's like the same. It's only a couple of years.
Like, does that need to have a UV protection or something put on it after you print it?
Yeah, they all do. That's So when you print on it, then you put it in the laminator, and that puts a clear over the top, which what gives it. Otherwise, it would only last not even 12 months.
Is it easier to wrap? Easier to wash wrapped?
No.
Harder?
Yeah, because you just got to make sure there's no dust on it. Because if you wipe over it with a
Or you
cloth,
could scratch it, I
and you
suppose.
scratch it, and you can't buff that out. So I've scratched my purple one a couple of times. I'm not-
Can you notice?
yeah, I can.
Is it metallic or just purple?
It's metallic.
So is that a printed wrap or is that a
No, it's
purple colour?
coloured vinyl.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Is that your first car that you wrapped, that one?
Yeah, it was my first full wrap.
Was it hard?
Yeah, I spent a good 20 hours, I think, wrapping it.
Yeah, right. That's a big job.
Yep.
So you had an accident with your car
Yeah.
once you got the other one up and going.
Yeah, it broke down.
So is that all fixed?
Not yet. We're waiting because the bits for them are hard to get now because it's an older muscle.
So do you reckon it broke because it was a Ford?
No.
No. are you sure, or was that was just a coincidence?
It's the young fella that owned it before me, he thrashed it pretty hard.
Yours is a V8, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep. The new one's a 6.
Yeah, the new one's just the 4 litre.
Yep. Yep.
Whereas the old ones, I think what they have 5.6 litre.
5.7 are they? 5.6.
Yeah, something like that.
So why didn't you write it off? Like, why didn't you just fuck, I'll just get another one?
Because I love it.
Is that because it's the 8?
Yeah, it's a good car. It's just, and it's got a lot of power, and it's a nice car to drive because it's a Ford.
So with your Tirana, why did you get a Tirana?
I always wanted a 2-door Tirana.
Yeah. So how long have you had that for now?
About 3 years, I think.
And what made you buy that one?
Just wanted to, kept looking for one for ages, and that was the first one that I managed to get through to the buyer first, to be first in line to get, because they sell within the day of being put up for sale.
Yeah. So how quick was it with the new one that you brought before when it was for sale when you drove it home?
I rang him on the day and talked to him for probably...
Was it local?
No, he came from Bacchus Marsh in Victoria.
Yeah, right.
And I didn't see it until it came to me on the truck.
So was it shit?
No, it was actually good.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know what, because you're pretty much putting it all at risk because you haven't seen it, you haven't driven it, you're just taking people's words for how good their car is. And the only thing that's ever gone wrong with that since I've had it is it broke a return spring on the carby. So it just stayed full throttle for about 20 seconds.
That wouldn't have been a problem with it.
Yeah, I was mid gear, so it was just revving hard.
So you said that the paintwork was shit on that. Was that when you got it, or it just kind of deteriorated?
Oh, it had a respray, which I don't think had been done very well. So a lot of that, when I was putting the new vinyl on, if I picked it up to move it, it would take little pieces off.
So have you always been like a car guy?
Yeah, I've always loved cars.
Yeah.
I've never really had any good ones. Except for
why Tirana then?
just my favourite car when I was growing up. I always thought that would be the car I'd have if I want.
So that's the first one that you've brought?
Well, I bought a Mini because I used to have a Mini when I was young. So I did buy an older Mini.
Yeah.
1965 Mini Cooper replica. But that just kept breaking down. I did a lot of work on it. I spent a lot more time in the garage than I did on the road. So then I just decided next car I'm getting, I don't want to work on it.
They're weird to drive, aren't they?
They're cool.
There for a while I had I don't know, I think it was a 2010, like one of the newer ones.
Yeah, right.
You know, like the little supercharged
Yeah.
ones. I had one of them, but I was too big for it to get in and out of it. And I swapped it for... Fuck, what I swapped it for? Oh, no, I brought that. Yeah, so I brought that one. And I ended up swapping it for a Crewman. But I brought it and it was like a fucking go-kart to drive. Like, you'd be able to go around the Wynyard roundabout on the highway doing like 110.
Yeah.
And not even miss a beat. Like, you're turning it literally like you're in a go-kart.
I haven't driven a new one, but I've driven, like, when I was 20, I had Leyland mini panel vans, and they were the same. You didn't slow down for corners, you speed up.
Yeah, and it's weird because it feels like you're in a heavy car, but it's not.
Yeah,
like
right.
it just sticks to the fucking ground.
Yep.
And I gave it a fair hiding, and I could not get that to like not turn.
Yep.
Like sometimes it was even like overturning.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know, like an old one probably wouldn't be that
Yeah, well,
responsive.
the 65 I had, because it was set up as a rally car,
Yeah, right.
that I never lost traction in that, and I pushed it as hard as I felt. Like, and because it's an old car, you're sort of a little bit wary, but a few times I took it, like, you know, down the gorge and just see what it would do. And it just kept on, you know, it loved it and would go faster.
They are small as well, aren't they? Like,
Yeah, a little.
like fucking small.
And there's no crumple zones in them.
And like I remember we went to do the groceries in mine, and I think we put like 5 bags in the boot, and the rest had to go on the back seat because she was fucking full.
Yeah, right. I'd like to have a new one, and the supercharged version.
You know what would be good if you got that and like wrapped it, and that'd be your like quote and invoice car.
In a newer Mini Cooper.
Yeah. So that'd be like the car that you run errands in and fucking.
Yep.
Maybe you can buy. How old's your daughter? Maybe you can buy her one and just wrap it.
Yeah, she's 19 and she's been driving for 2 years and she's stacked 3 cars.
So you probably wouldn't want to give her a wrapped car then.
No, she likes to hit wallabies too.
Bad accidents or?
She had one bad one.
Yep.
She just rode off her car.
My missus thinks she's driving like a bumper car.
Yeah.
She'll literally run into fucking anything.
Yeah, right.
And I actually taught her to drive, and we was at a house. She had the car probably like 2 weeks. She was backing up. I said, "You're gonna hit the deck. You're gonna hit the deck. You're gonna hit the deck." She goes, "Shut up! I know what I'm doing." I was like, "All right." Literally 5 seconds. I fucking told you it was gonna hit the deck, but she panicked, put it in drive, and like took off like real quick.
Yeah.
And it fucking like near ripped the arse end out of it. But yeah, her car, I think the longest she's had a car without a dent in it was like 3 months.
Yeah, okay.
From when it got fixed to when she put the next dent in it. And they're not like little dents, they're fucking big dents. Christmas Day 2 years ago, she backed into like a fucking parked ute. It was my brother-in-law's brother. Ute parked there, and clear as day in the driveway, she just fucking backed straight into the tray. And someone asked her sister, they're like, "Oh, is she all right? Like, her car looks like she's been in a serious accident."
Yep.
It's like, nah, it's just like 6 little incidents. So we wait until it gets like fully damaged.
Yep.
And then we send it off for a week. They fix it all, and then they get it back. And then 3 months later, she starts fucking denting her up again.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I don't know what it is about women drivers. I just think, I don't know. I think they overthink things and they just fucking hit things.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't comment on
You don't want to. See, my daughters are still young, so I can say that. They won't be like, "Fuck you, Dad."
Yep. No, I mean, Emily's first crash was completely not her fault.
Yeah.
The second one was totally her. There was no one else involved. And then not long ago, she didn't hit anything, but she spun out on a wet road and said, "Dad, there's something wrong with my tyres. They're all flat or something, or they're bald," and they were all perfectly fine.
You just can't drive.
So just slow down a little bit.
Your son started to drive now as well.
Yeah.
So who do you feel more confident getting in the car with, him or your daughter?
Thomas.
He hasn't had any accidents yet?
No, and he could drive from day one.
Did you teach him how to drive?
Yeah, I taught them both.
You probably don't want to tell people that you taught your daughter.
No.
Or she was a good driver till she got out on her own.
Yeah, that's right. As soon as I got out of the car, she
Yeah.
started crashing.
How do you have patience to teach him?
Yeah, I think I was pretty good.
Like
Emily was hard work.
I didn't have the patience. I think I took my missus like 3 times. I was like, "Fuck that. You need to go get lessons."
Oh, yeah. I did that with my missus too. I took her a couple of times and like, "Nah, can't." Because your missus doesn't listen to you, does she?
Yeah, no, she's like, "I know what I'm doing."
Yep.
Bang. Oh, yeah, I can see that. And I don't know. I think it was causing more arguments than it was actually. And I think she was stressed out as well because it was me.
Yep.
But I must admit, she can park better than me. Like,
Yeah, right.
I'm the guy that'll do 3 blockies to wait for 2 car spots. Because my car's also bigger. I suppose you'd have the problem with the ute. I don't know how good you are at like parking and shit, but
Yeah, I don't love to reverse park in it. It's got a big blind spot with the toolbox on
Yeah.
it. But so your car would be as long as my ute, wouldn't it? The
Yeah,
Chrysler.
and it's fucking wide as well.
Yep.
Like most of the car parks, it actually hangs out either side. Like if I go to Woolies, I'll hang out the front or the back.
Yeah.
And I always say to the missus, I go, am I in the line? Because you literally like, it's so wide, you've probably only got like 6 inches either side. So that's why I always try and park in an empty spot as well, just to fucking get out.
Yeah.
Since it's so wide, you can't open the fucking doors.
No, and other people will just open straight into it.
Yeah. I always look, if I park near someone, I've got a fairly good memory. I'll try and memorise the number plates and the colour of their car. So if I get back and I've got a white dent in my car, I'm like, right, I fucking know who done that.
Yeah.
It's hard because we got baby seats in the back as well. And if someone parks next to you, you can only just open the door, and you got to kind of like throw them in there, and then go and get in the front and lean back, and then strap them in.
Yeah, right.
And as you know, like I'm not a small person, so I can't get in them narrow fucking gaps to buckle them up. Yeah. So that's, I don't know, why'd you go down the ute instead of the van, or did you already have the ute?
I wanted a V. No, I did. I bought the ute thinking, and my old boss is going to like this, but if he's listening, bought the ute always thinking that was going to be my work car, and that was while I was still working for someone else.
Yeah.
And I wanted a V8.
Yeah.
And I wanted it to be cool. So.
Yeah. Well, I think it is like the graphics on the side. I think it's the green that makes it pop. Like I've always gone like a bright green with my businesses as well, because it just fucking stands out, because no one else really uses it.
Yeah.
Like,
green on black. Every time if you see, there's a few cars driving around with that same sort of colour scheme.
Yeah, there is now.
And you look at them and go, oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. I don't know if it stands out more because I like green and black and white together, or it just stands out. But I just think green, black and white go together.
Yep.
I think this truck is the first business that hasn't had green, black and white.
No.
So
it's
like
yellow.
Yeah, so my carpet cleaning business, green, black and white. Fabrication and fencing, green, black and white. Fat Boys, green, black and white. Yeah, it is. That's the first business. But the yellow still stands out good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I remember the yellow I wanted you didn't have in the spray can.
Yeah, right.
But you was like, no, we'll go this yellow. And you put it on, I was like, fuck yeah, that's the yellow. Because remember I wanted like the brighter yellow, but you've gone with like the goldy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone drives past and goes, fuck, that stands out, that truck.
Yeah, me and the missus were deciding which colour to pick, and we were thrown up between black and green or black and orange, which I think.
Yeah, orange goes good.
And I did it black and green, and then she said, I thought we said it was going to be black and orange. Like, I wasn't sure if we decided that or not, but I can change it later on if I want, but I don't think I can now.
Nah, it's because you're known for green now.
Yep.
But how do you think, like, say for example, if you were, do you do like branding for businesses, like logo design and that?
Yeah.
How do you how do you pick what colours?
Well, I mean, there's different, like, colours mean different things. So you can use that, like, green is always like environmental, and red is like buy. Anything that's red, they like target. They want you to go and spend all your money. So you can go through that and you can go, right, I'm picking you this colour because it means.
Do you learn that?
Yeah.
Because I knew like some of that, but I didn't know red meant buy. I thought it meant stop.
Yeah, or stop, and that's just like, so it grabs your attention.
Yeah,
I've got a few. I mean, and you always learn.
So what's orange?
Well, what is orange? I don't know. Without looking.
Yeah, right. I don't even know
I've got a few printouts in the workshop that I go back to when I'm doing design.
So I suppose depending of like branding is what colours you go.
Yeah, also most of the time people say
I want purple.
I like blue. Yep.
Yeah, right.
But if not, then you can go, okay, so your business wants to be this. this is where it's coming from. So I think these colours will suit it because
This isn't
what they represent.
So the green for you, did you just do green because you like the green?
Yeah, I just like the
because
look of
I
it.
was going to think like there's no real environmental spin on it.
No.
Like you've got aerosols, you've got plastic.
Yeah, no, just looked good.
So how do you come about? Like, how did you come about your actual logo?
Yeah, I spent ages looking for a font. I wanted it to look fast.
Yeah. Is that because of like the love of your cars?
Yeah,
and that?
I wanted it to look like a touring car type setup. And so I couldn't find the font that I wanted, so I just drew that font up.
So you can't buy that font anywhere.
No, it's a one-off font.
Yeah, right.
And the little speech bubble thing actually it was the centre of the G that I made. I've gone, that looks like a speech bubble because I had gadgets and I wanted to have something in front of it. And then I saw that and I've gone, yeah, that's like, I'm speaking.
So what is it now? Is it like a little green flag?
Yeah, it looks like a flag, or like it's. I always think of it as a speech bubble. So like
So is that for anything, or that was just because you needed something in front of it?
Yeah, that was genuinely the G spot. The centre of the G became the icon for gadgets.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, and then it's like at the back as well, like in behind the D.
Yeah,
so it's in white.
It's in a couple of the letters. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And then round the ring in the green. What's in that? Can you remember without looking at it?
I have got like the little circles.
Yeah, like what's in the circle? I think I can
Oh,
read logos.
Yeah. Oh yes, it is.
So is it just what you do?
Yeah. On the hat. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Oh, so is that not your logo?
It's a different version of it, isn't it? Oh yeah, no, I just made that as a circle logo.
Just for the hat?
Yeah. So the four little dots are like signs. Is it start with signs?
So you're on the like in the. So you got signs, murals.
Yeah.
Signs, murals,
Yeah,
logos.
so the signs I have like there's an exclamation mark in a circle.
Yeah.
Logos I've got my speech bubble in the circle.
Yeah.
Murals is the paintbrush, and promotionals there's like a mug or a stubby holder, which is, and I think just my fort thing. So sometimes I'll just use the fort circles.
Yeah, right. So your logo itself is just the font, just the speech bubble, and there's signs and murals underneath.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Do you think a lot of people undervalue a logo?
Yeah.
Like, when you design logos, do you give people like a sheet of 10 to pick from, or do you just design them one and say, what do you reckon about that?
Yeah, it varies. Sometimes you give them, usually when you give somebody 3 logos, they pick the one that you don't like. So sometimes I only give them one.
Yeah.
And we work on that from there. Sometimes you give them a handful and they pick pieces out of them and then you work towards something that they're happy with.
So what do you think a business should look for in a logo? If you were to tell them 5 things that has to be in a logo, what would it be?
Simple, bold, and just like tell your story. So there's 3. I think that's all you need. You just need to be simple and bold. Some people go crazy with colours and outlines.
Yeah, I think they go too messy.
Yeah, there's a few real messy ones I've seen.
And you go, what the fuck's that?
You can't read it. No.
It's too much noise.
Yep. So it's got to be simple.
So, because I know I do a lot of my logos myself, and I aim for just bold and eye-catching.
Yep.
I don't really care about anything else as long as like you can see it and you know what it is.
Yep.
And a perfect example for that, my missus was scrolling through Facebook the other day, and my 3-year-old daughter was next to her, and one of my statuses popped up, and the little logo bubble, you know how you get like the little profile picture in the corner?
Yeah.
That popped up, and she goes, "Oh, there's Dad. There's Dad." And it was like so small, she wouldn't have even be able to read the Notorious Pizza or anything like that. She'd just seen the yellow arches with like the white in the middle, and she's like, "Oh, that's Dad."
Yeah, well, that's why it works, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love it. That's a brilliant logo.
And you see like a lot of businesses that, and some of them don't even have a logo.
No.
So are you actively going up to these people and be like, hey man, like I think you should have a logo because of this, this and this. I can design you one if you want.
Yeah, you got to be careful because lots of the time their partner or somebody they know has designed that for them. And you can't put it down because they'll never talk to you again.
Yeah, right.
And you get that a fair bit.
Like, do you cringe? Because I know I cringe sometimes, and I'm not even in like that industry. But I go, like, I see someone's logo, and it's like, fuck,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
And what do you do? Like, do you just be like, oh fuck, like, they shouldn't have done that? Or are you like, hey, I might go and see them and see if they want a new logo or an update or anything like that? Like, are you doing any marketing like that, like going and actually seeing people, or
No, I don't. No.
kind of leave them be?
Yeah. And I mean, I think I've tried a few times to talk people into changing their logo when they come to me, but I think most people have already established their logo, good or bad, is what they're known as, and so you just got to run with it.
Yeah.
Try and give it a bit of something else that'll help it to stand out.
Will you tell people, like, say for example, I sent you through my logo, would you say, no, mate, I think you shouldn't do that. You should do this. This would fit the brand better. Or are you just like, no, if that's what you want, I'll do that?
Yeah, we try. So what we've done in the past is,
because it'd be a hard thing to sell them, because like you don't know what effort's gone into.
Yep.
See, like my logo was like 5 minutes.
Yeah, right.
But like I know there's people that spend like 5 weeks on a logo.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do you tell them that it's shit without upsetting them?
You just got to give them more options, and then they'll give them the chance to just go back and pick the original one anyway.
Because nowadays, I think your logo is probably your second biggest thing of a business. Like, because there's so many people doing so many things.
Yeah.
Like a logo is what gets you to stand out, I think. Is that where you sit, or do you think it's a bit lower down or a bit higher up?
Yeah, no, it's the first thing that people see, and people generally decide whether or not they like you based on their first impressions.
It can tell a lot, can't it, like a logo?
Yep. Yeah, like with mine, I specifically left signs little, so it's not like signs, because everybody is, signs was, and that was the thing. Everybody else had the word signs as the major thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, why? I'm going to be gadgets, and let people just go, what is gadgets? And people have asked me, what is gadgets? What
It's fucking me.
It starts conversation. It's a conversation starter.
Yeah.
I mean, so your logo doesn't always have to be like the pie shop.
Yeah.
It can be something else, and then people will go,
So
have you heard of that? What is that thing?
Did you purposely make yours to be a conversation starter?
Yeah.
Or like, what did you want people to think of your logo?
Yeah, I wanted it just to be like, to look cool and people see it, and then ask their mates, what's gadgets?
And stand out.
Yep. So you got it. So that's when you got to have, the V8 Ute with the big wheels and people, and just not have signs plastered all over it.
Even though, like, if you didn't have the big wheels and the V8 and that, just with the design that you've put down the side of your car, it'd stand out because it kind of replicates like a V8 supercar.
Yeah. Well, it still looks good on the other one, on a 6-cylinder, and that still sits high. Like you can drive that through the bush.
Yeah.
And there's nothing special about the car, but it still looks cool.
So do you have like branding for your business or not yet? Like, if your business, that one's still got a lid on it. If your business, like, how do you brand your business? So how I do it, I've always done it. I think to myself, if my business was a person, this is how they'd look, this is what they'd do, this is how they speak. How do you come across that? Because I think a lot of businesses miss out on branding and they think all about the product.
Yep. Yeah, it's good. That's a good point.
So, like, have you looked into that as a business yourself? So, how do you separate yourself from all the other signwriters?
Yeah, well, I just decided early that we was going to be black, and was going to be like the, similar to your, you want to be sort of mean and bad sort of persona.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, I guess I've just, the rest of it is like Gadget, because everybody, I think I'm reasonably well known.
Yeah.
Because I've always been, mural artist, and signwriter.
The worst thing about that, though, like if you build a business up around yourself, do you reckon people will be let down when, say, for example, later you've trained up your employees to go and do the quotes and that? Are they like, oh, you're here?
Yep, possibly.
So have you thought ahead enough how to break away from that?
Yeah.
Or are you just always going to be the tip of the spear going doing the quotes and invoices and that?
No, I've left a little bit of scope there to change it slightly, so it's not always going to be full gadgets. It's like how you can't sell a business that is called Gadgets unless you can find another gadget that wants to buy it.
No, you could, but you'd have to separate it away from yourself.
Yeah, right.
Because like at the moment they're coming for you, but I feel like you've probably done work for people that don't even know you.
Yep.
But they know that Gadgets does good work. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. No. At the moment, I want to I'll still be the face of Gadgets.
Yeah.
And like when you ring Gadgets, we don't have a landline. You're ringing my mobile phone number.
Yeah.
So you're always going to speak to me first and last.
Yeah. Where's your son sit on this? Are you going to try and get him into the business or?
No, he's too clever for.
Doesn't want to do that.
He's going to uni and he's going to be a radiologist.
Yeah.
So, and he decided that 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, right. That's a big call, isn't it?
Yeah.
You'd be proud about that, I suppose.
Yeah, he's clever.
Yeah.
He's definitely clever.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he gets that from me.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. 100%. I think you need to swap them over, mate.
That's how clever I am.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. All right. So growing up, you lived in Adelaide, done a bit of graffiti and all that kind of stuff. Did you always want to be in the industry you're in now?
No, I just wanted to be an artist. I thought I could make money painting murals and portraits.
So you didn't want to be like a builder or anything like that?
No.
So portraits as in like portraits of people?
Yeah.
Have you ever done any of that?
Yeah.
Is that a big market?
No.
When was the last time you done one?
Well, I should have done one early this year that I haven't got onto yet, but I can't actually remember the last portrait I did.
Yeah. It's hard now as well with technologies and like there's so many apps and shit that can turn a picture into a portrait for like $1.99 and stuff like that. So you're doing like hand painted portraits?
Yeah, have done a few. I think what I've done more of is probably caricatures rather than portraits.
They're cool.
Yeah.
They're cool. I suppose that kind of comes into the business side of things too, don't they? Because I know a lot of people get like caricatures for their business logo.
Yeah, they do. Yep.
You should have done that.
Yeah, on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just have my own head on there. No.
Yeah, no, because like Gadgets is Gadgets.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should have done like you with like the Go-Go Gadget arms holding like a paintbrush and a fucking spray can.
Well, originally that's what I sort of thought I would have done.
But did you think it was a bit too tacky?
Yeah, and a little bit. You could get into trouble even just giving me the grey suit and the helicopter hat.
Yeah.
You might put something, not that anybody.
And then you'd have to make that your uniform. Like you'd have to get around in a grey suit and a helicopter.
And how dorky was that guy? Let's be honest.
Yeah, it kind of wouldn't match your branding of your business.
And then I'd have to name Emily Penny, wouldn't I?
I don't know. I haven't watched it. I watched it when I was like fucking 9 or something. And I was like, oh, this is cool. But then I was like, oh, it's pretty shit.
Yeah. It's like anything from those days. You think was cool, and you watch them again now, and you go, "How could I sit through half an hour of this?"
Yeah, I think
Terrible.
sometimes I fucked it as well. Have you seen like the new Bananas in Pajamas and that?
No.
You know how it was like actual real?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all cartoon now.
I have seen that actually.
And there's something else that's cartoon. Fuck, I can't. Oh, and another thing, they've made a cartoon reel. Like they've CGI'd it into like 3D, but it was 2D. I can't remember what one it was, and it just looks fucking shit. At least you grabbed the right one this way. Yeah, I'll just chuck it over the other side. All right. So, in your life, have you had any big regrets that you wish you didn't do? I ask everyone this one.
Yeah, right. Oh, I reckon I have. Of course, I would have. There's little ones or that you regret, drinking too much on Friday night and being a dickhead.
Yeah. Like, say, for example, there was something that you could go back and change, and it would change your whole life. Anything that springs to mind, or not really?
No.
Not really?
No, I'm pretty happy with the way things have worked out.
What about anything that you thought you might regret that turns out that you haven't, other than being self-employed?
Not that I can think of.
Not really. So, when did you decide to go self-employed? Like when, like you said, you brought your ute planning on doing it.
Yeah. So it was probably might have been 4 years ago. I always wanted to do it. Just you need a fair chunk of money to get started, and like the only reason that came about was because my mum passed away and I got a bit of inheritance, and so when that was righto. She always said that she would buy me the gear, and to run my own business, and I just you're not going to take that sort of money off your mum.
Yeah.
But then so when I did get that money from her, I just decided, well, what am I going to do? You've got to use it, and that's what she'd want me to do. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah. So why did it take you 2 years to jump into it? What do you think delayed you? Because obviously it wasn't just money.
It takes a little while to organise all the stuff, and you got to do a bit of research. Where you're going to get things from, how much it's going to cost. We had to buy a house either with a shed or with room for a shed, and so all that has to be sort of done before you can just quit and go, I've quit. Yeah. Now I need to find somewhere to do it.
Yeah.
You need to be, it took me a little while to set up.
Yeah. If you look back now, do you reckon you would have done it sooner? Is it everything that you thought it was?
Oh no. No. It's it's all the money you make goes straight back into it,
and it's time consuming, isn't it?
That's right. You've got no time to do anything anymore.
Does everyone think that you're fucking rich and loaded now? You have your own business.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that, though, does it?
No.
And I don't know about you. So, say for example, how long do you work a day?
On average.
And I'm not talking about when you turn the lights off on the shed. I'm talking about when you actually shut off from thinking about work.
It's 24 hours if you put it that way. I'll wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning thinking about what I should be doing.
It's hard, isn't it? Have you found the switch to switch it off?
No.
Do you reckon there is one? I've always, because I myself don't have a switch.
Yep.
And I've asked everyone, and no one has come up with, you do this.
Yeah, if you drink enough alcohol, I find that helps.
It still doesn't shut it off though, does it? You just get fucking dumb ideas, and you do it, and then the next day you're like, oh fuck, that's shit.
Yeah, no, there's no switch. It's full time, isn't it?
Yeah, 24/7.
Yeah.
Do you wish there was a switch? Sometimes.
Yeah, it'd be nice to it would be nice to switch off and go away for a week and not think about it.
Do you reckon you'd be bored though?
Depends what you're doing.
So the deal was, when I got rid of the shop, I was going to have a month off between the shop and the truck. And I had 4 days.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck this. We're not going on a holiday. I'm bored as fuck. I feel depressed because I'm not making money.
Yep.
I'm taking it out. And in saying that, the truck was like rushed. Like it wasn't finished when I took it out. But I was just bored. And I kind of live on it now.
Yeah.
Like the stress.
Yeah, right.
I don't think I could live without it.
Yeah, okay.
Do you?
Well, yeah. I know what you mean, because it sort of makes you feel like there's a reason for doing it all, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You've always got something to think about.
And it
something.
always keeps your mind active and like I know a lot of people like these days get fucking depressed and stressed the little shit.
Yep.
And it kind of makes me not even think about the little shit.
No, that's exactly it.
Like, it's like, who cares? Like, she'll be right.
Yeah, I get like that too, and I think some people don't like that sort of.
Nah, see, like when your ute fucked itself, did you think that was a big thing?
No, because I sort of always knew that it was on its way out.
Yeah.
And now when I get it back, it'll be like brand new from sort of the engine back.
Yeah. See, so a lot of people would like stress over that. Like they're like, oh fuck, me car's broken down. Like it's going to cost me a fortune, all that. But like stressing about it isn't going to make it any cheaper, and it's not going to fix it.
That's it.
But when you've got the bigger picture of things to stress about, it doesn't matter. Like it goes like way in the back of your mind. It's like, all right, get it fixed.
Yep. Yeah, or like you said, move on and get something else.
Yeah. So I don't know, and it's like having kids as well has put my life in more of a perspective, because I was all about like fucking money, and now it's more about, well, not so much, but I'm trying to make it more about like memories and adventures and shit like that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the good thing about the truck, because it's not permanent. Like I don't have to take it out if I don't want to.
Yep.
Have you had like a switch in mindset being self-employed?
Possibly. It's just
Like, has it made you more focused on shit?
It's making me more focused on working more hours. Like when I work for somebody else, like you get up and you go to work and you work hard from 9 to 5.
And then you turn off.
That's it. Yeah. Whereas now, for a long time now, I was doing 70 plus hours a week, every week, without having a break, and sometimes up to like 100 hours. And you get up next day and you go and do it. You get home, you have something to eat, you're pretty much in bed after an hour.
Yeah.
And then you wake at the crack of dawn, you go and doing it again.
I've had a few employers. I don't know if you've realised it yet with just your one, but have you looked back and thought, fuck, I was a shit employee?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, because you don't work as hard for someone else as you would for yourself.
not only that, like you do shit that you don't even think twice about as an employee.
Yeah.
Because like I've had people like ring up sick, and I know for a fact they're not sick, and I needed them. I'm like, fuck's sake, you fucking dog.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, I've done shit like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I generally haven't, I don't think I've ever actually chucked a sickie when I wasn't generally sick.
I'll tell you a fun story. I was at Smithton and I had a big day on the piss, and I drove all the way to Devonport for TAFE.
Yep.
And I pulled up in the car park and I was the first one there, and I looked around and I was like, I can't be fucked. I rang up sick
From the car park.
from Devonport car park, and then I drove back to Wynyard.
Yeah, nice.
And I just had like the day off.
Yep.
It's like I drove all the way from Smithton to Devonport, pulled up in the car park, I was like, I can't be fucked.
Yeah, right.
And then went home. And it's like, looking back now, but like if my employer done that, I'd fucking sack him. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, well, I spent 10 years like just bludgeon though.
Yeah.
So I'm over that. I got to the point where once I had like Emily, our first daughter, that's when I just decided, look, I can't keep doing this. I have to go to work.
So how old was you when you had her?
I might have been, I think I was 25 or 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Did that change your life a lot?
Yeah.
Was it instant, or it took a bit?
No, straight away.
Yeah.
As soon as I knew like it was happening, then it was time to grow up and become part of society.
It makes you look around, doesn't it? It's like, fuck, like she could choke on that. She could hit her head on that. Like, that needs to go.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
And then you find them in the backyard choking on a stick.
yeah. Mine's fucking headbands. Like, she finds headbands everywhere and puts them in her mouth. And
Yeah,
she's like, fuck. But I've got another one that's obsessed with insects and bugs.
Yeah.
And we just moved to Burnie. And we have the fucking bull ants nest in our backyard. And she was out there trying to fucking catch them. Like, no. You leave them ones alone.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you can only protect them a certain amount.
No, well, Emily once she found some spuds in the ground. So it must have been somebody else's garden. And she was eating them. And next thing I turned around and she was choking on something. And there was like a stick that was like lodged in her throat. And I had to stick my fingers down there and pull that out. And she must have been 2.
It's fucking like, it gets you worried, doesn't it, when shit like that happens?
Because it just can happen so easily and just sit in the garden.
See,
in
like,
the backyard.
One time fucking Luna was choking on her food and I didn't know what to do because I'm like, fuck. And I'm there going, Ellie. And she wasn't coming, so I'm there like, fuck. And I'm like, what do I do? And then I was like shaking her a bit and I was fucking hitting her back and I was like, what the fuck? And then Ellie just came in and just like got her finger like a hook and fucking hooked her mouth, pulled it out. And she's like, what? You don't have to worry about it. And I'm like, like I was fucking dying. And I reckon I've never felt more of a piece of shit was the first time I cut her fingernails. And I fucking nipped the end of her finger and fuck me, there was some blood. Yeah. And I felt like shit for like 3 days from it. Have you ever had anything like that happen?
Not where I've never cut my own kids.
now you're making me feel like more of a cut. But
I don't think so. Maybe I have. But anyway, Thomas used to always hurt himself on everything he ever did. And he broke his arm real bad one day. And, that was one of my regrets. We was at a primary school Christmas carols. And we was all sitting around. And then the kid, Thomas, just went off and played. Next thing, everyone's like spun around going, oh, what's going on over there? And I've gone, fuck, I bet that's Thomas. Turn around, here's Thomas walking up and his arm's going 90 degrees. And I've just run over there and I've swore, like in front of the whole school, kids and everything.
What the fuck?
I'm going, what the fuck, for fuck's sake, what the fuck? And just,
what have you done, you little bastard?
It was bad.
What did he do?
He broke both his arms and like his forearm, his whatever they are. Because he was up on top of the playground playing chasey, and he tripped on the top of the ladder.
Fuck.
His foot got caught, so as he came down over, his arm went through, like the ladder rung, his arm went straight through it and just snapped it clean.
Fuck, what was that like seeing your kid with a fucking 90-degree arm?
Oh, I just stressed out real bad. Yeah,
I nearly passed out, I reckon.
Yeah, it was bad.
I'd go, fuck.
Yeah, it's not something that you want to see.
It couldn't really been avoided, could it?
No.
Like, even if you were watching him,
you still would have done
you'd just watch it happen.
Yeah.
Do you reckon kids nowadays get wrapped up in cotton wool too much?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
or even my kids were wrapped up in cotton wool. But when we was a kid...
Will it affect them, though, do you think? Like, do they fucking suck about shit and, like, do they have a work ethic?
Yeah, both my kids have got jobs now, and they go to work. And Thomas's first like 3 or 4 shifts, he spent just 4 hours washing dishes, standing at the sink washing dishes for 4 hours at a time.
Yeah,
he's never washed that many dishes in his life.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but he just like he keeps going back and loves it. Loves going to work. I guess that's because he found out that he gets paid. when his first pay was his first couple of shifts, he hadn't set up a bank account or anything. But as soon as he got that sorted and they paid into it, he's like, "Yeah, this is cool."
Yeah, it feels like $1 million, but it's fuck all.
Yeah.
So when I was 14, I had 3 jobs. I was doing one day as a boilermaker, as like a traineeship kind of thing before an apprenticeship. I was washing cars up at Northwest Pathology as well, and I was working at KFC. And, like, I was getting, like, $10 a car to wash, inside and out, and anything in the car worth of value I got to keep. I thought that was fucking wicked. The Boilermaker one was free. Like, I didn't get paid. But, like, on KFC, I'm like, $8. And I was like, fuck yeah, like, I got money. But then that changed me. Like, I'd go through, like, Macca's drive-through, and they'd be like, oh, you want anything? And I'd look, and I'm like, right, I've got to work an hour and a half to get a Big Mac. Nah, I'll just have a sandwich at home.
Yep.
Like, have you, even, like, as a business, has that changed the way you look at money and the value of things? Because you kind of need a plan for the future with a business. And the hardest thing I find is you have a fuckload of money there, but you can't spend it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no, you just, because most of my work is done through invoices as well, I'm always sort of chasing it a bit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've got to pay, and everything's expensive in signwriting. Finals,
Yeah.
everything costs a fortune.
Yeah.
So you got to have money in the bank so that you can keep doing jobs for people.
Have you had anyone not pay?
Yeah.
And what do you do about that?
Just try and keep ringing them up and getting them to pay, but if they don't pay, there's nothing you can do about it, really. It costs you money to get, people onto them, get your money back, and then they'll keep it anyway, and you've lost more time chasing,
Do you have anything on the bottom of your invoices?
No, but I'm thinking about putting on something.
So what I worked out is, do you ask for like a deposit or anything up front?
No.
So what you work out is it pretty much says down the bottom, all materials are the property of Gadget, Signs and Murals until the account is paid in full.
Yeah.
And you have like all collection costs of that material will be returned to you, kind of thing. So then, say for example, you do a fucking sign for McDonald's and they don't pay, you pay someone to go and take that sign back, and that gets added to their bill.
Yeah.
Like a McDonald's sign will be worth fuck all for you, but it's principle. Like they don't have a fucking sign now.
Yeah, no, and I have been looking into that last couple of days.
Because I realised, like, when I started my first business, I didn't have nothing like that. And you only wish you had shit like that when you first get fucked over. Yep. The first time I got fucked over hard.
Yeah, right.
And I went to a lawyer, and he said, look, man, like, there's no record that you've done that. He said, like, they could fight that you didn't even do that. It's like, what the fuck?
Yep.
And then all you need to put is, by the acceptance of this quote, you accept these terms and conditions.
Yep.
So then if you do the work, they've accepted to that contract. But it's hard to get shit like that because, like I said, like, until you need it, you don't know you need it.
Yeah, that's right. And then even like invoices, like after 30 days, like even 30-day accounts, if they pay 60 days, I haven't got anything in that says 5%, 10%.
Yeah.
And lots of invoices that are said to me have that on there. Like I get things off people same way they get them off me. I have to pay mine on time or it costs me money.
The worst thing is though, like, it's fuck all.
Yeah.
Like, say for example, 5%. Like, even if they didn't pay you for 3 months and had to pay 5% each month, it's still not worth it. Like, you need your fucking money now because you've already paid for all the shit.
Yeah, material. Yeah, that's right.
And
you're
like,
behind.
Even if you say for example, you even went and took the sign back, you can't fucking use it.
No,
like it's rubbish now.
Yeah, no, and that's when you need to actually do get people to fill out the credit applications.
Yeah, even that though, like people wouldn't do it. Like it's just so. Like where does it stop? Like, do you get people to fill out credit application for $100? Or do you get them to fill out for $1,000? Get them to fill out for $5,000? Like, say for example, just a one-off cash sale job. When do you not get them to do a fucking credit check?
Yeah, when credit card pay straight away on the day. Yeah,
that's true. That'd be the easiest.
I did go and get one of them squares the other day, so I'm set up now to do FPOS. Well, not FPOS, but credit card payments.
Which one did you get? Did you just get the reader that uses your phone, or did you get the terminal?
Yeah, just the reader.
Yeah, right.
Then I can just take it with me as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully that works.
Yeah, it works pretty good. The only thing is you need reception.
Yep.
But all the point of sale and system shit in the trucks run off the Square. But I've got their Square register.
Yep.
Looking like a big fucking iPad thing. That's got that, but that runs all the online ordering system and all that through there. But
Yeah, cool.
that's a good invention, and you could look into Square Invoices as well. So it's free, but they take 2.2%. And like when you send invoices, they've got a pay now button via your Square card reader kind of thing, so they can pay via credit card straight by then. And it sends like reminders and all that kind of shit through there. That all integrates into Xero and shit. Because that's what I found the issue, fucking chasing money. And then I started jobs over $1,000, 50% deposit up front.
Yep.
And then at the bottom of them, you have to say that this covers, the first thing paid is labour. Otherwise, when they don't pay you, they go, oh, I've already paid for the materials. It's like, no, you paid for my labour to come fucking do it.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? Really, because, I mean, you want to build that sort of respect with your customer.
Yeah.
And trust, I suppose.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, yeah.
Especially just starting out, like, it's cunt when people don't pay you.
I think it was my second job I did. I didn't get paid for 12 months.
Right. How'd you end up getting that?
Just kept harassing them. And then about my fifth job, I still haven't been paid for.
Yeah, right. Is that like a business or?
Yeah.
Why don't you just go fucking repossess?
It's all stuck on their vehicles.
Right.
And they wouldn't take it very nicely, I don't reckon.
That's pretty shit. So, what are they still in contact with you?
No, we don't talk to each other.
So they're just like, no, fuck you, like.
Yeah, and I'm over it. I waved to one of them the other day, and they just gave me the biggest stink I've ever seen. I'm like, mate, you owe me money. I'm being.
Is it a lot?
No, because they wanted some artwork sent to another signwriter, so they paid me some of it and said, I'll give you the rest next week.
Yeah, right. And they just never did.
Yeah, and I knew they weren't going to. I didn't want to do their work anymore anyway.
That's fucking shit.
I was ready for them to go somewhere else.
Does that make you fucking cringe though? Like every time you see one?
No, I was warned that these guys were dodgy.
Yeah.
And I just said, I stuck up for them. Said, nah, look, they're all right.
They're all right.
But
So,
yeah.
have you built enemies being in business?
Yeah, mostly just other signwriters though.
Are they like, is it envy, do you reckon?
Signwriters don't like each other, which is funny.
How come, do you reckon? Do you reckon it's like they're intimidated?
I'm not sure what it is.
Like, do you care? Do you care about anything what your competition do?
No.
Like, say, for example, someone that you haven't worked with, you got no relationship with or anything like that. Would you have, like, mutual respect for them or mutual hate? You're like, oh, fuck you, man. Like, you do signs too. Fuck off.
Yeah, no, I've got nothing against any of the other signwriters as companies.
Yep.
Some of them are not the greatest people I've ever met in my life, but, I mean, even if most people don't like me because their customers have come to me and I've done something for them, so then they feel like I've stole work off them rather than...
So fucking petty bullshit.
Yeah, generally.
Have you been a signwriter anywhere else other than Tassie?
No.
Do you know anyone that's a signwriter on the mainland?
No.
I was going to say, because, like, I've realised, like, Tassie's got real fucking issues with no one's allowed to succeed.
Yeah, right.
Like, if you do better than me, you're a cunt and you're my enemy. But on the mainland, it doesn't fucking happen. Like, everyone, like, supports you and happy for you and shit like this. But over here, like, they just fucking turn on you for some reason.
Yep.
Like, you get to a certain point, and they're like, fuck you, man. And it's like, it's clear as day when it happens. Have you had anything like that happen? Like, someone that you thought was your mate has just randomly fucking turned on you for no unexplained reason?
No, not really. It's more me turning on them. No, that's not true. But I have noticed it with other employers. As soon as somebody leaves them, they just start backstabbing them flat out.
Yeah,
and
right.
that's like that happens all the time, every time.
Yeah.
So as soon as somebody leaves, like they...
Is it leaves to go to another business
signwriter,
or
yeah.
leaves to start their own or both?
Usually the ones I've heard the most about, when I first started, a couple of guys left there to start their own business, and then like that was it. They were cut off, never to be talked. And if you work for that guy, you weren't allowed to be friends with the people who left.
That's fucking petty, isn't it?
It is.
Like, why do you reckon people like that? Like, what do you think the issue would be?
Yeah, I don't really understand it.
Like, say for example, if you're an employee,
Yeah.
and you've left on good terms,
Yeah.
like you gave your notice, you haven't fucking stolen anything like that. Like, why turn on them?
I think they are just like, it's they're not happy that what's happened, and instead of just saying to other people, oh, it sucks that guy's left because he was a good worker, then they can't say that.
Or they go, no, I'm glad he left. He's a fucking shit cunt.
Yeah, so that's what they say instead. Yeah.
So I just don't get what they'd gain from it.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Like, would you do that? Like, say for example, your employee leaves and goes to another signwriter. Would you be like, oh, it's fucking shit. I'm glad he left.
I can't see that happening.
Or would
I
you be
hope
like,
not.
nah, he was good. Like, he just had other ideas and.
Yeah, or whatever it was, and I'm reasonably honest, sort of a bloke. So I'd just be like, yeah, he left because I was, we didn't get along, or I was too hard on him. He chucked a sickie.
You know what I'd love? In all honesty, I'd fucking love if it wasn't illegal for me to say why people left. Like, I've gone through a fuckload of stuff because I had a high expectation and it just wasn't met, probably too high. But every reason that someone got put off was never said why they were put off. Like, say out of 70 employees, probably 5 people said why they got put off.
Yep.
Other people just literally fucking lied through their teeth and made shit up. And it's like, why? Like, why not just say? And I can't say this is why they left. Like, I actually put up a status because I had enough. I said, look, all these people talking shit about why they fucking left. If you've heard stories and shit, tag them in this post. If they give the okay, I will say why I got rid of them. Heaps of people got tagged. No one said it was okay for me to let them know though. And like, you'll find that like even your employees fucking turn on you.
Yeah, and that's right. That's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It has to happen at least once, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, like, have you, so do you have friends in this other signwriting businesses now?
Yeah.
Do they still talk to you?
Yeah, there's a couple of guys I'll still talk to. Yep.
Do you reckon they're allowed to talk to you? Or do you reckon there's like a team meeting and they're like, righto, Gadget's gone and started his own business. We can no longer speak to him. If he waves to you, just turn your head. Pretend you're looking the other way.
There's one guy I waved to, and we waved to each other. And then the other day, he was in the van with another guy who I don't get along with.
And he didn't wave?
And so we didn't wave to each other.
Did you wave to them,
I was looking to see because, I didn't want to wave in case the other bloke thought I was waving to him. So, and they didn't. And so, yeah. That's
see, I'm the one that would wave.
And just to be like, hey,
no, just to see if he'd wave. Because if he didn't wave back, it's like, right, you're my friend when you're with me. Yeah. But when you're with him, you're not my friend.
I'll
you
try that.
fucking
I'll try that next
dog. Yeah, next time just go, g'day, mate.
Well, I just pretended I didn't see him.
Yeah, that's fair enough. See, I'm more of a, call people out on their bullshit. Because I'd rather, say, for example, you had a problem with me. I'd rather you come to me and say, look, mate, I heard that you said this. Why'd you fucking say it? Instead of go, hey, fucking Toby said this about me, he's a fucking dog. And then I see you down the street, oh, mate.
Yeah.
How you going?
Yeah.
It's like, fuck up, mate. But, it's harder for you, though, because you have to, be professional because you're dealing with businesses and shit.
Yeah.
Where I'm not. Because, I've got some people that wouldn't want their business tied to my business because of the way I've been marketing.
Yep.
And it actually happened on the podcast. I had someone lined up to come on and I got reported on Facebook and I went on a bit of a rant.
Yeah.
And it came up that they seen my story of me having a rant. 2 minutes later, got a message from, hey, mate, I can't do the podcast. Stuff's came up. I'm sorry. I said, oh, yeah, when would you like to reschedule? Oh, I'm a bit busy now. Like,
Yeah, okay.
It's all right. It's fair enough on their point, but, like, don't be a fucking pussy.
No.
And everyone's been a pussy these days. Like, there's shit you can say now that you couldn't say back then, and there's shit you could say back then that you can't say now, like just basic shit. Have you seen that as well? Like, do you have to bite your tongue a bit when you're dealing with customers compared to like how you normally speak?
Oh, yeah, I guess. I mean, you try not to, swear unless you...
You can read people.
Yeah. And you've got your customers who you've dealt with a lot, and you know they're like down to earth, because most people swear.
Yeah.
But
it's
in your
actually
work
surprising how many people swear.
Yeah.
Like, I put up that post where I got reported for saying fuck.
Yeah.
And this old lady came up to the truck. She was probably like 65, well dressed, pull up in like a BMW, I think it was. She came up and she's like, now I've seen your Facebook post about the cussing. And I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. She goes, is it still okay for me to say fuck here? And I just was like, if you want. And she's, oh, fuck, good. And I just lost me shit because, like, I didn't expect it and I wouldn't have read that. But, like, I don't know, people were a bit uptight about it now. But now I've just lent into it. Like, I got reported for saying fuck, so I put up a promo code that was 10% off with a promo code fuck.
Yep. Yeah, I bought pizzas that night and used that code.
And it's funny how many people did use that code. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell in business who's two-faced and who's not.
Yeah.
So is there anything that you think that we've missed tonight that you would have liked to spoke about, or anything? Like, is there anything that you want to get out there or anything like that?
No.
Other than come and buy fucking signs and murals and promotional stuff from you?
Yeah, that's it. Just anything. Anything and everything.
What's the easiest way to get in touch with you?
Facebook.
Facebook.
Find Gadget, Signs and Murals on Facebook.
Yeah. Are you on Instagram?
No.
Are you going to be?
I haven't thought about it.
That'd be good.
I don't really understand what Instagram is.
So
I've never been in anything to do with that sort of.
Instagram's more pictures.
Yeah, right.
Where Facebook's more informative.
Yeah, I think it'd be too busy doing them both.
No, so they link together now.
Yeah, right.
Have you got like the business app on your phone?
Yeah, but I don't generally use it that way because it's a bit. I haven't really figured out how to use it.
So they changed it and it's more complicated, but I don't know if it's happened to you, but sometimes if you just go Facebook, sometimes you'll comment as your business, but then other times you'll comment as yourself.
Oh, yeah.
But the business one only comments as you. So it's called Business Suite, I think.
Yep.
And you can actually link them to your Facebook. So every post that you post on Facebook, if it has a picture, will go on your Instagram. And then every message you receive on Instagram will come through to your business manager, because Facebook owns Instagram and now they've like merged the two.
Yeah, okay.
And you can run like cross promotions and all that kind of stuff. So what that would be for you though is Instagram's more like it's local, but it's international reach as well, where Facebook's more local, because like Instagram's obviously like heavy in hashtags and that. Do you know how hashtags and that work?
Oh, yeah, slightly.
So it's like you put hashtag graffiti mural and then anyone that looks for graffiti mural, yours would come up.
Yeah, okay.
But if you put it on Facebook, it wouldn't, kind of thing. But you probably don't need it in your side of things.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, because we really only want to stay local.
Yeah. So is your business mainly businesses that come to you?
Yeah, majority. But there's heaps of individuals, but you need to have a good group of businesses behind you.
Yeah.
Because the individuals will get a sticker
Once in a lifetime,
or once every 12 months. Some individuals get stickers weekly.
Yeah, right. Do you reckon they're like selling them, or they just like a lot of fucking
Just
stickers?
like to put cover their car in stickers usually.
Yeah, right. So are they like just random stickers, or they're telling you what kind of stickers they want to put on there?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've got a mate who's now a mate. I've got him a mate who's got such his life on all of his cars.
Yep.
And he's always wanting more stickers to put on, and he loves his cars.
So, like, you're talking like vinyl stickers, not actually like paper gloss stickers.
Yeah, a bit of printed stuff and vinyl cut.
Remember when Sticker Bomb was a thing?
Yeah.
Did you get much of that work?
No.
Or they were mainly just buying random stickers on eBay cheap?
Yeah, I guess so. I was never really had anything to do with that.
Did you like it?
I didn't mind some of the things people were doing were cool. I thought sometimes I think just like a fuel cap, sticker bomb fuel cap.
Yeah.
I don't mind. If you do a whole front fender, it looks stupid.
What I had done, I brought, I think it was $450 worth of stickers, and I was going to do the front counter of Fat Boys in it.
Yeah.
And I got halfway through, and I stepped back, and I was like, "This looks tacky as fucking shit.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it." And then it probably cost me $150 to get the shit to strip it all back off, because it was on laminate flooring. And it was just leaving like fucking residue and all that kind of shit. I ended up getting, I think it was no goof or no guff or something from Bunnings.
Yeah, right.
But like an issue that I face in business is like I've got bipolar, like actual diagnosed with bipolar. So I'll think something's a good idea and I'll do it. And then I'll be like, yeah, that was a fucking shit idea. And then I'll change it back. And some things has paid off in business, other things it hasn't. Like I remember in the shop, like a lot changed in a short amount of time.
Yep.
And that was just because I had to do it, or I was going to go fucking insane. And it's reflected a lot, but like how much shit changes. Like one day I'm doing this, next day I'm doing that.
Yeah. Right.
And I think the sticker bomb thing was that. Like it looked good in my head.
Yeah.
But it looked tacky when it actually got done.
Yep, and I mean, you'd have to have a big variety of some. If you bought a whole pack of stickers and all the same size, it would look a mess.
Well, that's what it was, and I didn't really grasp the concept of doing it. Like, but now I've looked into it. I know how to do it. You're meant to like pick out the stickers that you want, and the ones that you don't want, and you cover it in the ones that you don't want, and then you put the ones you want over the top.
Yep.
Where like I just picked out all the ones that I wanted, and then they were all covering each other, and I think that's why it looked like shit.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so you've never done sticker bombing or anything like that? Would you do it for someone?
Oh, we've just done a little bit of a concept for someone who, that was the brief, make it look like a sticker bomb.
Yeah, right. Was that personal or business?
A business one that hasn't, like it's still in the approval stage.
Yeah.
And it looks pretty cool because I didn't go full sticker bomb. We started off making heaps of logos because you can't just, I'm not just going to take other people's logos and use them. So we were just making random logos
of the business.
Yeah, that were sort of slightly related to what they do.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But we did heaps of them and we didn't get anywhere. So then we've gone, right, so we just look at it as being a brick wall graffiti background with a few of these stickers on there, and that worked. Yeah. So we just had to like turn it right back, and I still think now we're gonna. I'm pretty sure they want to get rid of a few of the.
That would have been a lot of effort to make that many logos, wouldn't it? Or you was just changing them slightly.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of effort, and we're probably not going to use 90% of them.
How do you define a quote? Like, say, for example, I come to you to get a logo and you're like 10 logos in and I'm like, nah, they're fucking shit.
Yeah.
When do you charge me?
Well, I mean, I don't like to charge that by the hour. I mean, and you can come and I can guess that it'll take, we might be able to come up with something in, 5 hours or 10 hours. But I have just been going, if it's under 5 hours, I'm happy to do them. I'll do them, and then I've got your job, so I'm making money through the job. I've done logos for people since I started that I haven't charged them for, just to get them on board.
A logo's hard. Like how do you start out in a logo? Like say for example, I was a plumbing business. What would be your first step? Like, do you look at other plumbers' logos?
I try not to. That'd be because as soon as you do that, then Like that's your first thing is you start copying other people.
Have you ever done a logo and then found out that it's someone else's logo?
Yeah, well, and you have to then so once you've done it, then you go looking. And if you find something, you go, oh yeah, right. I probably have seen that subconsciously. I've seen that before.
Can you like reverse image it on Google and it comes like with close ones, or are they like identical ones?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, right.
But I do like to start with paper and a pen.
Yeah.
And just go through different ways that either the letters might work or do we want images.
So how did you go about the truck? Because I know I sent you like a fucking scribble that I drew on the truck with like a fucking, I think it was just like a stylus on me thing.
Yeah. And then I think with that we found a couple of images, didn't we, and sort of mixed them together.
Yeah. So is that another way to look at things?
Yeah. And that's different. With murals, you can take 10 images, blend them, and then you've created something.
Yeah.
With logos, you can't just go.
Have you ever been like balls deep in a logo, like put it on their cars and everything, and then it's like, fuck, that's their logo. Like I've just gave you someone else's.
I have actually designed things before and then realised that it's too similar to someone else, and then you stop when you realise, or someone will say that looks just like, and you go, oh yeah, of course it does. But lots of people, and it's fair enough, you can go and actually buy logos. People design logos and sell them.
Yeah,
so you can go on the internet and it costs you, way less to have that logo, but you might not be the only person that's got that logo.
Yeah. Especially, I see a lot of them. Do you know Vistaprint?
Yeah.
Have you seen like the magnetic car signs with the lawnmower and business cards? I think I've seen about over 100 in the last 3 years of a lawnmower and business card, and it's the exact same design, lawnmower, everything. They've just got different names on them, and it's like all the business cards look the same.
Yeah, a Vistaprint are cheap.
Yeah,
and they're good if you can design or if you've got a design.
Yeah.
I don't think using their templates works because as soon as I see them and I know straight away that they've got that from.
Yeah, especially like the magnetic signs on the side of people's cars as well. It's like, oh yeah. But like a lot of like the handyman ones and the gardener ones and that, they always pick the first design because it looks the coolest. But they don't realise that the first one is the most popular one. That's why it's first. Where if they come to you, they're getting like a unique, one of a kind logo.
Yep.
Have you ever had to like design someone a logo and just say, look, man, I think you need to go somewhere else. Like I can't give you what you want.
No, but I probably should have, especially in the early days.
Yeah, like did you just keep designing it
until you're basically flogging a dead horse?
Yeah,
and you can't, that it's not going to go anywhere.
And then they go, nah, okay, we'll go with the second one you made. I don't like the 30th one. We'll go with the second one.
Yep.
Or they go somewhere else and they drive past and you're like, fuck, that's the design I fucking gave you.
Yeah, or usually you'll do something for them and then they'll say, nah, I'm not going to do it right now. And then you see their ute in the Bunnings car park and they've got the most generic font just put on there in 2 vinyl cut colours. You're like, mate, I designed, you had a design that looked cool. What are you doing there? That happens a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't know if people want something that just looks like, somebody's gone.
So what's your go-to? Like the simple, bold.
Yep.
And that?
Yeah, I like icons and simple, bold colours. Try and steer away from outlines, drop shadows.
Are different businesses, like signwriting businesses, are they different than that? Like, does everyone have their own taste?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Like, say, for example, I came to you and said I want simple and bold, and then I went to someone else and said I want simple and bold. They've gave me like a real messy one, and you've gave me like a real simple one.
Yeah, and that's going to happen. Even if you ask like 2 people in the same business, then that's what a lot of people do. They'll get 2 different people to work on it.
So they do one, and then they go, hey, which one do you like?
Yep.
Yeah, right.
A bit of variation.
Yeah. But I think a lot of people want a lot in a logo, but I think a logo should just be simple.
Yep.
Like as simple as possible.
Yeah, should be.
And stand out. Do you do much of the promotional gear?
Yeah.
Yep.
You do heap. Lately been doing a lot.
Yeah.
Pens and things, mugs.
Do you reckon pens and that are worth the return in like nowadays?
Well, I got a heap of pens when I started, and I gave them out to people. I don't think you get a lot out of a pen.
Yeah.
I think stubby holders are the go.
Yeah.
Or even coffee mugs. Stubby holders are definitely the winner.
I got some coffee mugs done. See them over there?
Oh, yeah?
I got them done because Craig Garland, who I had on,
Yep.
he doesn't drink anymore. He drinks tea and shit. And I was like, I had to get like a kettle and all that. And I thought, fuck, I'll get some coffee mugs done.
Yeah, nice.
So then every time he takes a sip, it's got me fucking logo on it. But he never took a sip when he was on camera.
Yeah. Right.
But oh, well, she's all good.
You'll have to change your logo to Corona now. 'Cause you would have.
Yeah, I would. I might have to get you to make some fucking slip-on sleeves or something that we can stick on the Corona that has like my logo on them, but they're the Corona logo.
It looks like a Corona.
Yeah, but it's not a Corona, and I'll just put them all on it. Do you reckon you could do that? That'd be like a latex sleeve or something, wouldn't they?
Yeah. I'm not sure how that.
You know, you can get them for cans. Like, have you seen the Coke cans where they slide alcohol in them and they look like they're drinking a Coke can?
Yeah, aren't they just like a cut up Coke can?
No, I've seen a lot of them like they're fucking.
Are they?
They're like a silicon.
Oh, right.
A silicon thing. I don't know. They're probably fucking mass produced in China or something.
Yeah. No, I guess you'd be able to find out where to get them.
Can you print on silicon?
It'd be dye sublimated, so yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so.
I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know how much you probably wouldn't see it. You'd nearly need their logo on the neck. But yeah. All right. I suppose we better wrap it up. So, Gadget, Signs and Murals on Facebook.
Yep.
And do you have a website?
Yeah, Gadget Signs. I think it's just gadgetsigns.com.
Not are you?
Been a while since I've been on there. Yeah, no, it's just www.gadgetsigns.com.
Yeah, cool. And at the moment, you're running on like, what, a week wait time?
Yeah. Yep.
Nice and quick.
Yep.
All right, cool. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
No worries, thank you.
Cheers.